The 2025 WNBA season has officially entered its most critical stretch, the business end. With the second half underway, teams are now in full playoff mode, jockeying for position, fighting for every win, and trying to secure that all-important home court advantage. As players compete fiercely on the hardwood, front offices are working just as hard behind the scenes, making strategic moves ahead of the looming trade deadline and player playoff eligibility deadline. One such move has come from the Indiana Fever, a team desperately trying to stay in the postseason picture while weathering a major storm, the temporary loss of their superstar, Caitlin Clark. In response, the Fever have made a calculated roster addition by signing Australian forward Chloe Bibby to a 7-day contract. This move might fly under the radar at first glance, but it could end up being one of the most timely and impactful additions of the season. Chloe Bibby isn't new to the WNBA spotlight. She most recently suited up for the expansion team, the Golden State Valkyries, during 2 different stints this season. In her latest run with the team, she played in 5 games, posting solid numbers, 6.4 points and 2.8 rebounds per game, while showcasing her ability to stretch the floor and fit into high-tempo systems. But after being waived twice by the Valkyries, it seemed like her 2025 WNBA chapter was closing. In fact, she was already en route to China to continue her professional basketball journey overseas, until the Indiana Fever called. That phone call changed everything. The Fever offered her a lifeline, a 7-day contract. Within hours, Bibby reversed course, booked a flight back to the US, and joined the team's Saturday practice session. Just like that, she was back in the league, and this time with something to prove. While this signing is about Bibby, it's also indirectly about Caitlin Clark. The Fever's franchise cornerstone suffered a right groin injury in their final game before the All-Star break, a concerning blow, considering how integral she's been to the team's offense and overall identity. Though the team confirmed that no additional damage has been detected, Caitlin's return timeline remains uncertain. Without her, the Fever risk losing momentum in an ultra-competitive playoff race. Enter Chloe Bibby, a knockdown three-point shooter with size, energy, and a high motor. The Fever needed more scoring, more spacing, and a player who could quickly adapt to their fast-paced style. Bibby checks all the boxes. Speaking to reporters after her first practice, Bibby was candid and optimistic about the opportunity. "Yeah, obviously, really physical team. Fast-paced, and I like that fast style, so I think that suits me a lot. Fast pace, shoot the 3-ball, that's exactly what I do. So hopefully, I can find my strides here and get in some rhythm." She also emphasized her role within the team dynamic. "As long as I bring energy, keep everything fast-paced, and try to find my shots within the offense, just getting to know the girls and building chemistry, it takes time, but I'll try to build that quickly." Bibby's self-awareness and understanding of the Fever's needs show maturity and focus, something Indiana will be counting on as they navigate this crucial period. The WNBA standings are incredibly tight this season, with several teams bunched up in the middle of the table. Every game, every possession, and every roster move matters. A single win can mean the difference between hosting a playoff series or missing out entirely. For the Fever, the margin for error is razor-thin, especially without Caitlin Clark. That's what makes Bibby's signing so significant. It's not just about covering a spot, it's about adding value immediately. Bibby's path to Indiana was anything but straightforward. After being waived for the second time by Golden State, most assumed her WNBA season had ended. She had packed her bags, left San Francisco, and was preparing to pivot her focus to the Chinese League. But opportunity doesn't always knock twice, and when it does, you better be ready to answer. Bibby jumped at the chance, and now she's about to suit up for the Indiana Fever's fierce rivalry showdown against the Chicago Sky on July 27th. It's a high-pressure game with postseason implications, and the perfect setting for a player looking to make an instant impact. While Bibby is currently on a short-term deal, the door is wide open for her to turn this into something more permanent. If she can hit her shots, keep the energy high, and seamlessly fit into the team system, she could very well carve out a long-term role, especially with Clark's return date still unknown. Her skill set complements the Fever's style, and when Clark eventually comes back, Bibby could benefit even more by feeding off the attention Clark demands from opposing defenses. The Indiana Fever didn't just make a desperation move, they made a calculated basketball decision. Chloe Bibby brings spacing, shooting, and hustle. More importantly, she brings hunger, the kind that comes from being counted out and then handed one more shot. Now it's on her to capitalize. Whether this is a one-week stint or the beginning of a longer chapter, one thing is clear, Chloe Bibby is back in the WNBA, and she's not here to coast. Stay tuned. The next 7 days might just be the start of something special.